Hello, Dexter Lake family. It's good to be with you all today, bringing you your daily devotion out of Matthew 16, verses 24 and 25. Today, as I was scrolling through Facebook, I came across this meme that was talking about how my life and my family and my finances, it all belongs to the Lord. And I was just taking a moment of looking back through my journey with the Lord and how having control of those things for so long, as I gave it all to the Lord, and when I gave my life to Him, I began surrendering those things to Him. And I look back at thinking how beautiful of a surrender that it has been, to be able to just give it all to Him and to be able to trust in Him, knowing that what I have was actually the Lord's and it all belongs to Him. And so out of Matthew 16, 24 and 25, it says, "Then Jesus said to his disciples, 'If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it.'" And so as I began to look up, because you all know that I love definitions of words, I looked up the definition of surrender, and it says to cease resistance to an enemy or opponent and submit to their authority. And when we surrender to the Lord, we are saying, not my will, but your will, Lord. We are surrendering and we are relinquishing full control of our life, and we are handing it over to Him. I think of how somebody running from the law or a criminal, comes to the end of themselves and they throw their hands up and they say, "I surrender." They know that they are defeated. They know that they've become weak and they have come to the end of themselves and they can't run any longer. They surrender. They realize that they are not in a winning situation. They throw their hands up and say, "I surrender." And just like the old song says, "I surrender all." I look at my life and I think how beautiful of a surrender that it has been. Just being able to say, Lord, you have my finances, you have my family, you are the center of it all, you are the center of my life. And I just often wonder about how people are not walking in true freedom. They are not able to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth because even though they have surrendered to Him, their life, and have given it to them, to have given their lives to Him, they are still holding on to some things. And maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's unforgiveness. I don't know, whatever it is that you may be dealing with, the Lord sees all and knows all. And maybe you're the only one that is dealing with it. Maybe that you are the only one that knows what you're going through, but the Lord does know. And I just want to encourage you today to surrender it all. It takes a little bit to say, "Lord, be the center of it all. Be the center of my life. Take control. Take full control," especially when you have had control of it for so long. But in those times that you are battling with maybe that addiction or maybe that unforgiveness or whatever it is, that sin that you're going through that maybe no one else knows about, I just want to encourage you today that as you take up the cross and that you follow Him and that you become His disciple, you're saying, "Not my will, Lord, but your will. And I fully surrender it all to you." Surrender it all today to Him, and know that when you do, that there is a freedom that comes with that beautiful surrender. And it's glorious, and you are going to be free. You're going to be able to freely dance and freely sing and shout and testify of His goodness. So I just want to encourage you today to surrender it all to the Lord, to be His fully, and know that He's got you. He is for you, not against you. And worship Him in spirit and in truth, in freedom like you've never worshiped Him before.